Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the Grinnell Tiger Live Stream Network on this Wednesday night for this 4A girls basketball matchup event between the 4th-ranked Grinnell Tigers and the Norwalk Warriors. So Grinnell has been strong. It's been pretty prevalent all season long that the Tigers have been a constant threat in the Little Hawkeye Conference, and now that the conference is now but all locked up, it's not going to be a tie anymore. For the past 2 years, 17 and 18, or 2017-2018, Grinnell and Indianola tied. Last time Grinnell had won it outright was 1994, and finally Grinnell gets back to that. So Grinnell has a good matchup tonight with the Norwalk Warriors. Grinnell comes in ranked 4th in 4A, which is pretty good when it comes in terms of getting ready for the state tournament. Their state tournament path was put out already. They will either play ADM or Carlisle, the first game of the playoffs here in Grinnell. And then if they win, they will take on Pella, and that game will be for the state tournament like it was last season. Grinnell 14-2, Norwalk 5-13. Grinnell beat Oskaloosa last time they played, which was Monday night. They haven't been at home in a while. They beat Norwalk 69-22 the last time they faced each other, which was earlier in the season. Norwalk, obviously, like I said, 5-13, is head coached by Jill Martin. They beat Pella Christian 47-43 the other night. So starting lineups are ready to get going. We got a quick 2-night stint here as well. We'll get starting lineup set here on technically senior night for this girls basketball team, even though they play here at home against Newton. So we'll get starting lineups here, and we'll get back to you here in a moment. Here's Sarah Gosling kicking to Naomi Jackson for 3. That is going to go. And Jackson's off to a hot start.
We never complain when Naomi starts out with a three-pointer.
3-0 Grinnell leads. That ball's on the ground, picked up by Naomi Jackson. Back the other way. And that three-pointer is good by Sarah Gosling. So 6-0 Grinnell leads early over Norwalk. As the Warriors try to kick this thing around the top of the key. The Warriors coming off a 2-game winning streak. Like I said, they beat Pella the other night. Or Pella Christian, I should say, 47-43. So Norwalk will throw in here. They get a nice pass under the basket. That layup is high off the glass, and it rolls in. And Norwalk is on the board for 2. Macy sees a lane, goes coast to coast, and gets drawn, or draws the foul, I should say, and she'll be going to the free throw line to shoot 2. So 2 free throws upcoming for Macy. And she sinks her first. 73% free throw shooter for Macy. Started out pretty hot in the season, kind of cooled down as it's gone on, but still very efficient at the free throw line. As I say that, she misses that one. So 7-2, Grinnell's trapped Norwalk down here inside. Macy gets the steal, hands off to Naomi. Nice teamwork by the seniors. And McCombs is on the glass, and we got a jump ball. It'll go to Norwalk, but good hustle by Rebecca.
I think just like we've seen through the whole year, that defensive press is going to cause turnovers, and that's going to make a difference for the rest of the night.
Grinnell brings the full court press that has worked most of the time this year. Good defense here. They bring out, looks like man-to-man possibly here. 2-3 zone.
Yep, they're matching up in a man.
Nice poke by Naomi. As that ball's out of bounds, it'll stay Norwalk basketball. As the Warriors will try to work this thing around. Grinnell really aggressive here offensively early. 7-2, 6-10 remaining. There's a pull-up jumper that is off the mark. Macy has it, and Harris comes racing back. Macy hands off. Naomi for 3, off the mark. Rebound grab by Norwalk. Again, they're still stuck. Doty and Gosling really putting pressure on it. Norwalk's got to have to get the ball across court. And they finally do, and Jackson tried to steal that one away. It'll be out of bounds on Jackson as she went for the steal.
Yeah, it was kind of like a setup. Give me 8 seconds to anticipate that, and Naomi was in the right direction for it. So I think that's gonna be the story of the night. It's just gonna be the powerhouse of Grinnell looking at everything that Norwalk tries to present to him. You know, we can see right off the bat, Norwalk's kind of struggling trying to get an offense to move around. They're a smaller team, a little bit smaller in what Grinnell's presenting, so it's tough to get inside there. But
good pass inside. Meredith's going to guard down low. And nice hustle by Micah. She's got the steal. And is going to head back the other way. Has her eyes up court. Rebecca in the corner for 3. Can't knock it down. And Norwalk's on the board.
You know, here we are at 3 minutes in. I really look for a lot of substitutions by Coach Edson, because when you have 3 games right in a row that you're going to have to play, why wear people out? So I think we're going to see this rotation quite a bit through the night, just thinking ahead of the next couple ball games that they got to take care of. As you mentioned earlier, who knows about tomorrow's weather as we see ice and snow coming in again. And
I'll tell you what, if you're watching at home because you didn't make the trip down to Grinnell, whether you're a Norwalk fan or you're at home in Grinnell, I don't blame you. The roads are not great, but we're glad that we could get this game in. Again, this game was supposed to be last night, But weather cancel or postpone that. Grinnell is supposed to face Newton tomorrow night.
And then the teams all travel to Pella.
Yeah, Pella on Friday.
Friday night. The boys will then travel to Knoxville Saturday night for a makeup game. And then the varsity will make up their Oskaloosa game Monday night. So it is a nonstop basketball here for the Grinnell Tigers.
And I think, is it Grinnell has to go to Gilbert, possibly? I'm not entirely sure. I know maybe it might have been something on quick stats that was glitched. As Macy Harris takes that one to the glass and gets it up to go, but I thought I saw somewhere that Grinnell would have to go to Gilbert here soon, and we all know how that game was. The last second three-pointer. 9-3, Grinnell leads over Norwalk. Hope you are enjoying the new scoreboard that we're debuting tonight. Inspired off of Fox Sports 1 scoreboard. We did a little bit of work on that over the weekend, or maybe it was last weekend. I don't know. We just haven't played ball in a while, it feels like. Meredith has it, drives baseline, kicks back out to Micah.
Norwalk's kind of sitting in that matchup man defense, not really knowing which way to go with it.
It's going to be out of bounds on Meredith.
You know, at the same comment talking about that scoreboard down there, we're kind of proud to throw out the new Tiger Livestream Network logo sitting in the center of it, and then also proud of our sponsor, Polly Eyes Pizza, for sponsoring our scoreboard and the broadcast tonight. So thank you to Polly Eyes. If you're out and about the city of Grinnell, stop into Polly Eyes Pizza, order up, let Joey know that you heard us on Tiger Livestream Network.
That three-pointer is off the mark. Rebound grab by Naomi. And the senior comes racing back, hands off to Meredith. Jackson fires a deep three, knocks it down. I truly believe if Grinnell gets to Wells Fargo, I think these three-point shooting quote-unquote centers, like, you know, McKenna and, you know, all these people down low, I think it'll really be a good thing for Grinnell come tournament time, because we don't really know what this team is like. I mean, they're at the top of their conference, but, you know, we haven't had a good Indianola team to play like we could compare to last year. We've lost to 2A schools and 3A schools, but those are good 2A and 3A schools.
And that's definitely, that's a great competition that we brought in. You know, obviously gone there, and then they came here with Gilbert. But, you know, it's the constant struggle trying to find that good competition in your conference. And I'm glad that, you know, between Centerpoint and Gilbert, we had that opportunity to play two good teams, because, you know, that is a competition level you're going to see when you get to that state road. And these girls, they've been there. You know, there's a lot of the juniors that are here tonight. They played in that game and done a good job at there. So, it's just going to be a constant rotation. And I think we have a few more opportunities of people that shoot three-pointers.
Right.
So that's going to be a benefit.
They're definitely nowhere near the same team they were last year, but they definitely have improved in certain ways. Grinnell leads 12-3. That one's almost stolen away by Norwalk. Good hustle there by the Warriors. It's number 21, Gianna Belize.
Well, I think the largest improvement factor is that any time that you have a group of girls, as you did the last 2 years at Gone to State, they played with each other for so long. And this year you have two that you take out of the rotation, and they basically just had to relearn how to play with the new match together. And they're doing a good job at it. You know, the one bright spot of it is they didn't forget how to rebound. They didn't forget how to put the press into play. And their defense off of that press to turn into turnovers and points is a huge deal.
McKenna McKnight made that and one. She hits the free throw with it. And Grinnell leads 15-3. I think we'll be seeing a deep bench rotation here tonight. So 2:34 remaining here in the first quarter. Grinnell leads 15-3 over the Norwalk Warriors. Macy puts her hands in the cookie jar, tries to steal that one away, and it's bobbled around, and it should be Grinnell basketball, and it is. Nice hustle.
That's one thing that never stopped all year. Even in the 2 games that they lost, hustle has been there, persistent over and over and over. You know, it's nothing to see Sarah Gosling rolling on the ground, chasing the ball down, getting in the land of the bigs at her height and getting rebounds. For Megan and Addie, they're all just, you know, they're the wrestlers of the girls basketball world, and that makes a big difference.
That one's stolen away by Sarah. Speaking of steals, that was Macy's 62nd steal of the season that she had down here a few possessions ago. As here's a travel on Norwalk, so Macy obviously has compiled a ton of steals. Naomi has 52. She's the next closest behind her. Addie drives baseline, kicks back out to Naomi at the top. Finds Megan at the wing. Megan gets a nice crease baseline. Sarah Gosling chucks up a 3, and she knocks it down. Already 4 3-pointers tonight by the Tigers. 18-3, 1:26 remaining here in the first quarter. Grinnell taking care of business here early against the Warriors. So drive baseline, layup is no good, didn't hit the rim. They get the ball back down inside. Nice post defense by Macy, and they call a really late foul there. Yeah, Edson just gave a really disgusted look. Like
she was just at the point where if she would have kept her hand straight up instead of crowning it over, I think she would have got away with it.
And Norwalk can't catch a break. There's a lid on the basket as they've only been able to get up 3 points here in this first quarter with 1-8 remaining here in the first. Second free throw falls, 18-4. Grinnell's on top. Macy kicks over at the top of the key to Megan. Jackson stops, kicks in the corner. Sarah Gosling's wide open. Doty, nice fake. Tries to fit it back to Addie, and she can't get it there. It'll be out of bounds, though, on Norwalk, as it was his last touch by a Warrior.
Kind of a quick first quarter, 49-4 left in the first quarter.
Might be an advantage tonight for the boys' game that the Norwalk student section currently is non-existent. There is none, and they usually travel pretty well.
Well, and a lot of times the Norwalk student section is their JV team.
Right.
So tonight they canceled all the JV. The boys JV played Monday night, so they don't really have a traveling, you could say, entourage of fans.
Right.
And you know, there are some brave parents here that I see made the drive from Norwalk, about a little over an hour and 10-minute drive. So hope they have safe travels on the way back home tonight.
Rebecca's first free throw falls. She was fouled on the way up. What a great comeback season for Rebecca. Obviously have had multiple injuries in this comeback, and you know, we really didn't know what her position would be at the beginning of the year, but as the season has gone on, man, it has been fun to watch her, and I can't imagine what it would have been like to have her for, you know, 2-3 years.
Yeah, and you know, she's developed not only as a post player, which we traditionally, that's what you want to see out of her, but her three-point shooting has been phenomenal this year. You know, just to go along with all the other girls out there, their three-point percentage is one of the highest in the Little Hawkeye Conference. So all in all, I've been very happy, too, with what you're seeing coming out of that position of Rebecca.
Step back three-pointer. That's no good. Falls right into Macy's hands. Her speed is crazy. She kicks back to Megan, who's wide open for three, and she knocks it down. And all of Grinnell's starting five has successfully scored in this first quarter. 5 seconds left, tipped up in the air. Megan passes inside. Rebecca goes up for two and gets it to go. And that'll do it for the end of the first quarter, and what a quarter it was. Grinnell leads Norwalk 25-4. We'll take a break in the quarter.
All right, we're back to you again. Thank you to our sponsors, Polly Ice Pizza. If you're out and about Grinnell, stop by, talk to Joey, have him cook you up a Polly Ice Pizza. Let him know you heard us on Tiger Livestream Network when you check out, and he'll work something out for you.
We had good Polly Ice spaghetti last night.
Yeah, Polly Ice does a great job with specials weekly. Every Tuesday night they have a spaghetti special. Every Wednesday night they have a medium pizza for $9.99, 2-topping. You can't go wrong with Polly Ice Pizza.
Can't go wrong with this lead we have. 25-4. Grinnell leads over Norwalk as we're starting here with the second quarter. And we have a quick foul at the top of the key. Let's see who this is on. We're going to get it on Sarah Gosling. What a first quarter by Grinnell, 25 points. That's the most in a quarter at home, at least for a while, that I can remember.
Yep. That's Sarah's first foul. The team fouls 4, so we're sitting even up 4 and 4 fouls for Norwalk, 4 fouls for Grinnell. That one just off the fingertips of Megan, but roll it back around the other way and be Norwalk ball.
The Warriors throw in. Get it inside. Gosling at a little bit of a mismatch here, but no problem. She knocks it free. Rebecca's on the floor, and it's Grinnell basketball off the jump ball.
Speaking of jump balls, that's one thing that we've seen this year.
My goodness.
In the multiples, from the Grinnell's perspective, and even the opposing team, everyone knows that that's a quick turnover. If you got the ball, you get things back going the other way. But, haven't seen a lot of fouls, but we definitely seen a lot of jump balls this year.
And it shows the hustle. It means that you're going for the basketball instead of just sitting it, or let it sit there and go for the other team. Sarah Gosling kicks out in the wing to Naomi Jackson. Megan floats one up off the glass. That's no good. And Norwalk comes down with the rebound. They'll come back. Starting lineup is out there for Grinnell. It's been very impressive. Despite Grinnell being up 25-4, they're still playing pretty tightly close defense.
Yeah, Grinnell's really, they've held true to that all the year. And I think the moment that you set back and start to sag, you kind of give a false impression of what you're trying to do out there. So that constant defense has been persistent. I think Coach Edson demands that of no matter who's on the floor, all the way down, no matter if they're 25 points ahead or not. That's how they're going to play the ball game.
Norwalk commits a turnover there, trying to get that ball moving around inside. And it's Grinnell basketball. (25-4). 6:18 remaining here in the second quarter. Macy, nice ball screen inside, cuts back outside. Naomi Jackson for 3. You bet. When that Dowling girl scored 60 the other night, it just made me think. I think the immediate person that came to my head was like, Naomi could totally do that. I mean, she's got 9 points already. She's going to have to start going, but.
the nights when Naomi starts out with a three-pointer and she sits in that little tiger emblem back there being about 2.5 feet behind, it's usually going to be a good night.
Got to travel on Megan there. We got Pedig, McKnight, and Benning Shorb checking in for the Tigers. Grinnell leads 28-4. 5:30 remaining. Both teams have 4 fouls committed so far. Grinnell could use a big 2 games here between Newton and Norwalk, 2 teams that are at the bottom of the Little Hawkeye Conference. Definitely could use a little bit of momentum there. And obviously Pella on Friday night, and Pella sitting second in the Little Hawkeye Conference. Obviously it's not going to matter. Grinnell has it locked up, but
Pella is actually starting to play some year-in good basketball.
They have. They've gone on a little bit of a winning streak ever since they lost to Grinnell. I mean, it's been pretty impressive. So I don't think we'll be seeing the same Pella team that we saw that was here in Grinnell a few weeks ago.
Well, and as you mentioned earlier, that it's not a disappointment, but traditionally it's been Grinnell, Indianola, and Pella being your powerhouses, and Pella's just had an off year struggle. Indianola's had a really off year struggling.
Jackson knocks one down again. But Indianola, the loss of their head coach, it was obviously a big hit to their team, and obviously some of their players leaving, whether that be graduation or some other reason. It has really hurt them as a team, and that is, I wouldn't say that it just gave the conference to Grinnell, but it definitely gave them a really good advantage. That Grinnell has just really taken advantage of things as Macy gets that layup to go for the Tigers. And no matter what, I pretty much assume we'll see Grinnell and Pella back here on who will go to the state tournament.
Yeah, I do too. I think you're going to see, those front two brackets coming into the end of the districts. It's kind of hands in the air because both of them are kind of, you look at those four teams, they're both kind of equally balanced.
Right.
So it's even harder to predict who's going to come up. So, Pella's got to have a home game because they get a bye. Grinnell's going to have a home game. They're going to get a bye. And then, it's going to be that following week that hopefully, the way the seeding is set, that whoever has the most wins hosts that game. So that should be coming here.
Yeah, and the rankings are quite interesting. Obviously, Grinnell's sitting at 4th in 4A. Marion at the top, obviously the defending champions of 4A. Mason City, get this, is 11-8, but they only play 5A schools. So you can be 5-8, or you can be 11-8. They're currently 2nd. Eldridge North Scott, a surprising team, 16-3. Grinnell 14-2. Cedar Rapids Xavier kind of in the same boat as Mason City. They're 11-7. That's obviously who Grinnell lost to the first year they went to the tournament. Lewis Central's back in there, Waverly Shell Rock. So basically the same exact teams we saw last year, just a little different.
Picking back up here in action. So Jackson got fouled by Johnson on the Norwalk team. Go line for 2.
She sinks the first.
She missed the first, picked up the second.
I missed my bad. I was checking the rankings. 34-6.
Kind of a rare, not a rare thing. It's actually kind of a respectful thing. Edson's pulled back the troops on the press and just let the defense work down here on this side of the court and see what Norwalk could do to work in there on their offense.
Our ref down here cannot put 32 with his fingers. Struggling a little bit.
Meredith McKnight, that's her second team foul, number 7, so that puts Norwalk into the bonus.
Nice rebound by Addy, and Grinnell's coming back the other way. This is Keeley Idle in the ball game here. Caitlin Kriegel's also in. So definitely going deep in their bench to start.
Good ball movement in and out.
Idle for 3. Can't get it to go. Macy goes over the top and gets the layup to go off the rebound. Probably won't have that much of a halftime show for you. We're going to have to book it down to the court as the seniors are getting recognized on senior night. The boys basketball team will be. And I am honored to be able to also be recognized for senior night. So that's cool.
This whole Tiger live stream network has kind of been a vision of Blake's, and as he extends his further education into broadcasting at Marshtown Community College and then further on to the University of Iowa after a year and a half. So
how about that layup by Meredith? Made a quick in and out move and went to the basket. That should be out of bounds on Norwalk, and it is. can't remember if it's 30 or 35 points is the continuous clock after halftime. I can't remember.
I think it's 35.
35.
After half.
Stays just like football. Rebecca fires a three. In and out. Norwalk's in the bonus, by the way. 150 remaining. The Warriors try to work this thing around, trying to crack the double-digit mark, as they have not yet tonight. 38-6. That layup, though, is good.
Which on the scoreboard, you'll notice that we add that down in the bottom right-hand corner, so that's what the B is, that they're in the bonus under Norwalk's score.
Idle fires a three, knocks it down. Could tonight be the night that every single person
We had a
in the
game
lineup.
like that
twice
last year.
Yeah.
Everyone shot a three-pointer.
Well, for some reason, it was probably that I either had probably musical practice or something that we missed the 100-point game. Was that 2 years ago?
Last year.
Last year. Grinnell might try to keep Norwalk down here. That was double dribble all the way. Ref just didn't call it. Here's a layup, and it's no good. Rebound grab by Macy.
I think from a coach's standpoint, there has to be a lot of frustration sitting in there when you have a nice easy layup like that and it's in and out. We've watched many ball games where you think, man, how could we have that much bad luck? But again, he'll work around and they'll figure it out, and it'll be a different year next year.
Norwalk trying to move this thing around the top of the key. 19 seconds left here in the first half. Drive to the baseline. Layup is good. They crack the double-digit mark. 41-10. Macy might hold it here. 5 seconds. Macy drives. And we got a foul. Did they get her in the act of shooting, or was it a...
I think they called it.
Yeah, they're going to call it on the floor there. So Naomi's going to throw in. This is going to be a quick basket, whatever it is. Naomi has Idle wide open for three. Knocks it down. And that'll do it to end the first half. Grinnell leads Norwalk 44-10. We'll be back for the second half. Alrighty, so the second half of action is going to get going here. Grinnell leads over Norwalk 44-10. Is 100 points possible? I don't know. We'll have to see. Grinnell has their starting lineup out here. I don't imagine we'll see them very long in this half, but you never know. Grinnell leads by 34 as we're just underway as the Warriors get off to a good start getting the ball down low, but they can't get it away, and they're going to get a jump ball, Grinnell ball.
What do we say about jump balls?
Well, just happen a lot. Macy gets the throw in here, and she'll bring it across court for Grinnell for the first time in the second half. She'll just fire a three-pointer, can't get it to go. Rebound grab by the Warriors. Full court pass, and Jackson uses her leg to make sure that one doesn't go any far, and her and Macy got a laugh about it. So Norwalk will throw it in underneath. And we got a foul underneath. That's going to be on Rebecca. So Norwalk will throw in here as they try to drive baseline. Goslink with the steal. Jackson holds it here, kicks in the corner. Megan Doty's wide open for three. Goslink fires instead, and she hits it. Goslink has 9 points tonight, and they're all on three-pointers. 47-10, continuous clock is now in session. Harris comes racing back for the Tigers. Jackson from the wing, off front iron, and Goslink's hard on the glass though, hands it back off. Jackson fires a three with someone in her face, and she knocks it down.
You know, that's a good point you made with the continuous clock running right now, because for everyone who's tuning back in for the boys game, most likely the set schedule will be ahead of us, because I think I have it set for 7:45. We will start streaming as soon as the boys game starts up, so you just go ahead and click on that link and you'll be ready to see what's going on.
Be prepared for it.
Because I'm sure the Norwalk people are going to want to get rolling as soon as they can to get out of here.
(50-13), Grinnell leads over Norwalk. They beat them 69-22 in the last time these two teams squared off. It was earlier in the season. And we get a reach-in foul on Naomi. A little bit more fouls than you'd like to see so far tonight.
Yeah, 2 fouls on Naomi. I think they just got to push it a little bit. See where it's actually the refs are going to let them go, because the opportunity is you give that little reach, get that ball kicked out of there. That's another steal, and pushing them up the court.
Deep three-pointer by Norwalk. That's off the mark. Harris with the board. Macy sees a lane and gets stripped. A rare time that Macy drives to the basket and gets stripped away.
She has definitely been pretty solid on that ball movement all year.
Well, Norwalk tried to throw it off the defender, but I don't think she knew that the defender was her own teammate. So it's Grinnell basketball. Clock continues.
It was quite interesting. Did you notice that Macy was ready to take off running?
Yeah, she was going to get away from that basketball. 4:49 remaining here in the third quarter. It's moving along. Goslink kicks out to McKnight. Nice find inside to Jackson. Nice pass. Great ball movement all night long, actually. Tigers on top 52-13. As this ball is batted around a little bit. Grinnell does such a nice job on switching most of the time. That ball's on the floor. Goslink laid out for it, but it'll stay Norwalk basketball. clips 4 minutes to go. The Warriors get it inside. Great defense by Addie down there. And the Warriors look to swing it. Nice step back jumper, no good. She's stuck underneath the basket, tried to get it away. Jackson has it. Holds for a second, kicks over to McKnight. McKnight wanted the three-pointer. As Naomi resets up top. Nice find inside. Addie kicks back outside. Nice vision. And McKnight can't get the three-pointer to roll in. Nowalk, nice take. Layup up in good. 52-15. Jackson for three. Rare miss. Addie on the rebound though. And she tripped. So tomorrow night, we'll be right back here. Well, I won't be, but my dad will be broadcasting the game as Grinnell takes on Newton. Should be a good game for both teams.
Yeah, it should be. The boys had a pretty solid game against Newton last time. We walked out of Newton High School with wins all the way across the board, so definitely looking forward to that ball game tomorrow night.
Macy drew a foul going up to the basket, so she'll be shooting two. And her first one falls. Second one upcoming for Macy, and she knocks it down. Lauren Bolte checks in for Macy. Fresh new five out on the court. The whole starting lineup takes a sit. I assume they'll be back before the end of the night. As they try to move this thing down inside. Good defense by the McKnight sisters as Norwalk drives baseline. They try a three from the wing. That's a little too strong. McKnight can't get it under wraps. Nice handoff down inside, and we got a foul.
Lauren's actually, she's set out the last 2 or 3 games with an injury, so it's nice to see her back in there playing again tonight.
That layup is no good.
That'll put the Tigers at 3 fouls. Norwalk with just 1.
And the second one does not go. So McKnight on the glass, and Meredith looks all the way up court to Lauren Bolte. Can't hang on to it, tries to save it back. She does. Good hustle. I think Shorb has it. Micah drives baseline, kicks, goes up strong for 2. Can't get it to go. Ball is bounced around, and Norwalk has the board. We're under 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Grinnell leads 54-15. That drive to the basket is no good. McKnight looks up to court to McKnight. Meredith drives and gets fouled.
Meredith McKnight, for a freshman, has done a great job this year coming into this program.
Beyond expectations.
Yeah, picking up a lot of holes that they didn't know where they were going to fall, and she's done a really good job.
Meredith's first free throw is off the front rim. She'll try again for her second. And knocks it down. Meredith's third point of the evening. 55-15. Nice pass inside by Norwalk. That layup's no good off the bottom. Grinnell's got a 2-on-1 opportunity. McKnight kicks over to Pettig. Pettig goes up strong for 2, gets blocked. Probably fouled. A no call, and they go back the other way.
Actually, Norwalk did a pretty good job getting back on that. Little slip in on the back door of Johnson there for an easy 2 for Norwalk.
Norwalk's getting the ball inside actually quite a bit tonight. They just haven't been able to finish. Neighbors tried to kick that one down inside to Lauren. as this clock will keep winding down. Coming up after this game, the Grinnell boys will take on the Norwalk boys. Norwalk, obviously the #1 team in 3A, come to Grinnell. And obviously the last time Grinnell played a #1 ranked team, they only lost by 6. Or 5, I should say. And that was to Pella, as Addie cannot get that thing to go in. As she's off the mark, 55-17. Norwalk goes all the way. And Neighbors gets called on a blocking foul. She stayed with her pretty nicely all the way. And we're going to get a timeout here by Norwalk. So 55-17. We'll stay with you here just because we're going to go to break here in 9 seconds. But good game so far by Grinnell. Only 11 points put up this quarter, but you know, when the clock is on
high speed,
non-stop, yeah, high speed, you don't expect a lot of scoring. Doty is the only senior out there right now. The girls' seniors will get recognized during the boys' halftime.
And for those who are watching that through the backside of the camera, we'll actually throw out to the YouTube channel the front side version of that. So thank you to Melissa Hall, Jake Hull's mom, for capturing that for us. And as a Kylie Neighbors last second shot of the quarter, she did not get that in. So we're going to be setting at 55-17 as we end the third quarter. Before we go to the quarter, talk to our sponsors, Joey Polly Ice Pizza. If you're out on the town looking for something good to eat, stop into Polly Ice Pizza. Talked earlier about their specials on Tuesday night for spaghetti and their Wednesday night special of $9.99 two-topping pizzas, medium pizza. So stop in Polly Ice Pizza. Let them know you heard us on the Tiger Livestream Network. We'll be right back.
So the fourth quarter is getting going. Grinnell leads 55-17.
Providing nothing major happens, it'll be a fast 8 minutes.
Rebecca hands off to Macy. Macy drives baseline, kicks back outside. The starting lineup's in, probably for the last time. Rebecca fires a 3, can't get it to go. Gets her on a rebound, though. Goes baseline, tries to get it to Sarah, and it'll be out of bounds on Gosling.
A little bit of a push there that I think just kind of got by the wayside, but I don't think Coach Edson's really complaining at this point.
Nah. As long as people don't get hurt, I think you're going to be just fine. Gosling took a fast swipe at that basketball. As Norwalk tries to kick it around, 55-17. That layup is no good. They get her on a rebound, though. Can't get that one to go off the glass. And Macy comes down with the board. Not even the tallest. Well, maybe the tallest one out there, maybe. She gets fouled on the other end. Either way, good hustle.
You know, the only one I think maybe taller would be Rebecca, but Macy definitely shows a presence on that defensive end there.
We'll get you unofficial stats or unofficial points at the end of this ball game, as that first one by Macy goes. And her second rolls in. 5 free throws for Macy tonight.
Ultimately, the whole game, probably the least amount of fouls that I've seen all year.
Yeah. Now, granted, the clock has moved very quickly, but still.
That is true.
These refs are really letting the girls play.
But, we only just made the bonus in the first half with fouls, and even at that, Norwalk only had 4, I believe, so.
Macy, nice crossover, and she lost it on the way up. Oh, man, that would have been cool.
I thought they were going to call a little reach-in foul there, the way the Bliss looked from the side there. She's like, really? He's like, and then they just called it out of bounds. So
that was really close. That was a great move to get to the basket. How about the student section? Great student section tonight. You'll see it next time they come by. But for the ice and rain and snow and sleet, and probably going to have a delay, if not a cancellation tomorrow. We've already had so many, and this basketball season has been affected greatly across the state of Iowa. It is so cool to see everybody come out tonight to support the Tigers. Gosling for 3. It's off the mark.
Right now, I think people just like seeing something other than inside of their house.
Man. Nowalk drives all the way, and we're going to get a foul on Rebecca.
Not a bad foul. That's 2 fouls on Rebecca for tonight. Team foul number 5, so we're 2 away from the bonus yet. I think as the season draws down, everyone wants to try to anticipate what they could do a little bit better or try to get a nice block or what have you. So you can't blame somebody for trying,
no.
Especially when you're up 57-19.
And despite leading 57-19, Grinnell still learns a lot from this. I mean, I haven't personally picked out a ton of things. I think they're a really good basketball team and will be a threat here in the coming weeks. But I definitely think, the post defense doesn't need to improve, but it definitely could see a little bit better adjustments, especially when you get to state. You're going to be facing, 6'2", 6'3" girls down low, and we don't have Sienna this year, so.
I think the big thing there, though, Blake, is the ability to swing that ball and work it around the outside. Look at the people we have that can shoot three-pointers, start utilizing that movement of that ball, and even if it's not a three-pointer, there's a lot of open baskets that could be off of give-and-goes or on the backside of screens. And you see it, we're utilizing it. Meredith has had some good looks. Macy's had some good drive-around sweeps, all strictly off of screens. So, everything's going good.
The girls do go on in postseason play, which obviously they will. We will be right there with them until they get to Wells Fargo, and then we can't broadcast the games. But
well, the first sectional game they'll be touch and go of making it back. We have a commitment in Ames that afternoon, but I feel that we can make it back here and get the broadcast in.
It'll be a rush.
Nice steal by Naomi there. Rebound by Macy, put back up. She's going to get fouled and go to the line to try to pick up those two the hard way from the free throw line.
57-20, 4:34 remaining here in this ballgame. And Macy nails her first.
That's fourth foul on Schmidt for Norwalk, so first Norwalk player with a little foul trouble.
And the second one falls. (59-20). Grinnell is on top over the Warriors. 6 fouls for Grinnell, 4 for Norwalk. The Warriors kick this one inside. That literally went under Caitlin Kriegel's leg. Tough layup off the glass is good.
Johnson for two. You know, Norwalk showing some good efforts of working the ball around. They're, you know, being patient with it, not getting too rammy. Coming back the other side, Macy drives down the left-hand side of the lane.
And Macy again able to draw a foul.
And for Norwalk now, that's their second player. Johnson, that's her fourth foul.
Macy's free throw falls.
So Norwalk's kind of creeping up on fouls there. That's her fifth foul. Tigers sitting at 6.
And Macy's second goes as well. A lot of free throws. All her points this quarter have been free throws. She's got 6 of them this quarter. 4 minutes to go in this matchup. That ball's tipped around and out of bounds on Norwalk. Grinnell basketball. Again, the defensive pressure, very, very nice.
The defense tonight is nothing different than they've always done. It's just playing the game and not pulling back. So
Kriegel's three-pointer is off the mark. And it'll be out of bounds. Grinnell basketball. Rebecca's going to check in for Kriegel. And Beulah Lee, the senior, checks in for the Tigers. It's good to see Beulah on the court here on senior night. 61-22, 3:08 remaining. That floater is no good. Rebound grabbed by Naomi. Jackson kicks over to Macy. Macy fires a deep three-pointer, knocks it down. And if Macy can start shooting threes too, preparing for the state tournament, I'm all for that. 64-22. 2:39 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Macy's always had a side of three-pointers, but her ability to drive the ball to the basket and get those two-pointers has just been the game.
That layup is no good.
Off Megan Doty underneath.
So Norwalk will throw in. Get this one over the top, stolen away. Megan. Hands off to Naomi. Jackson goes up strong for two. Can't get it to go. Macy on the glass, though, and puts it back up and in. What a quarter by Macy.
Constant ball play. That's what's the difference here.
There's a drive to the basket. Kick back outside.
I think the more basketball that we watch, that is the proving point for the Grinnell Tigers is the rebounding.
There's Rebecca and Beulah in on the steal. Macy goes all the way and somehow gets the end one to fall. I'm running out of room here on my chart here for Macy. She scored so much this quarter.
And that'd be the 5th foul for Johnson. Should be sitting down. Team foul 6 for Norwalk.
Macy's free throw falls.
Round of applause to the seniors as Naomi takes a seat. Macy and Megan.
Yeah. Addie and 2 other Norwalk players thought they were checking in. I don't know what happened. Timeout for Norwalk here.
Rebecca McCombs is going to come.
Full timeout. So coming up next, the men's game between Norwalk and Grinnell. Grinnell trying to finish the season out on some high notes with a few wins to end it. And Norwalk currently pretty much has the conference all locked up. And what an impressive season it's been by Bowen Bourne and that team.
It's impressive is the word. I mean, Bowen has definitely put quite a few highlight reels out there for the Norwalk High School, and it'll be a great game to watch tonight and just see how Grinnell adapts to it.
69-22, we'll get to that one here in a little bit. As Norwalk gets caught up underneath. That ball's loose and out of bounds. It'll be Grinnell basketball. So Addie Pettig's going to throw in here. Norwalk actually brings a full court, not full court press, but they bring a little bit of a press. Goslink. Addie down at the top of the key, 55 seconds left. Kriegel, or that's not Kriegel. Kriegel hands off to Micah Benningshaw, you're right. Cross-court pass, they're just waiting this thing out, trying to get things shaped out. Kriegel for three, can't get it to go. Rebound grab by Norwalk, 36 seconds left. And we're gonna have a foul on Goslink, down low.
That is 100% never give up, Sarah Goslink. Defense to the end. That puts Norwalk in the bonus for the 30.9 seconds left of the ball game. First one's up and out. Addie with the rebound.
Addie has it, hands off to Micah. Micah hands off to Sarah. Goslink drives in baseline, hands off to Benningshaw, or hands off to Beulah. Beulah down inside fighting for the basketball. And we're gonna get a jump ball. Good hustle by Beulah.
I think Beulah wasn't understanding. You get the ball in your hand, you're a senior, you need to take a shot, but.
Good hustle.
I think, did they call a timeout or did they just call a technical?
Nope, nothing. Yeah, I guess they didn't call anything. Maybe? Oh, wait. Did Coach... So... Did she call? Maybe. I think it's probably excessive timeouts. That's what it is. Excessive timeouts. They didn't call, or she called too many timeouts. So now Beulah Lee is going to shoot 2 free throws here for Grinnell.
No pressure on for Beulah.
Her free throw is good. Wow. That is awesome. That was a great free throw. She'll try for the second, and she can't get it to go. But she got a point on senior night. That is so cool. 70-22. It was almost the same exact score as it was last time. Grinnell's just going to get to throw on the ball here. They get it into Micah. Micah gets it across court. 4 seconds, 2 seconds inside to Beulah. Stolen away, and that'll do it. Grinnell wins 70-22. It's a good win for the Tigers as they'll play Newton tomorrow night. Final score tallies. Macy Harris finishes with 24. Again, this is all unofficial. 24 points for Macy. Rebecca finishes with 4. Naomi Jackson finishes with 19. McKenna McKnight with 3. Sarah Goslink with 9. Megan Doty with 3. Meredith McKnight with 3. Keely Idle with 6. And Beulah Lee finishes with 1 point. So that'll wrap it up for this girls basketball game. Grinnell wins 70-22. We'll see you in a few minutes for the boys basketball game between Grinnell and Norwalk. Thank you for watching.